live stream of Marion High School athletics on the Wildcat Gameday. The action is brought to you by the Swinford Media Group and all of our sponsors. Watermark Auto Group, John A. Logan College, Black Diamond Family of Businesses, Illinois Army National Guard, Deaconess Illinois Medical Center, Binkley-Ross Funeral Home, Legence Bank, First Southern Bank, Bank of Herrin, Banterra Bank, Garner State Farm Insurance, Paul Jacobs for Senate, SouthernTrust Bank, Marion Plumbing, Austin Dickson, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, Anderson Boys Trash Service, The Roofing Guys, Anderson's Furniture, SIU Credit Union, Clark Natural Stone, Kemper CPA Group, Wit Wisdom, The Hub Recreation Center, The Print Shop, Blush and Ivory Bridal Boutique, Moreland, Bishop McDonald's,
for a South 7 Conference showdown before Christmas. They're undefeated teams. It's the 10-0 Centralia Legends against the 7-0 Wildcats. I'm Riley Swinford alongside Bill Swinford. Paul Swinford to the right on my controls, and for the last time in South 7 Conference play, the Centralia Orphans are making a visit into Wilson Gym, and what a matchup this will be tonight. Tuesday before Christmas, you've got one team that's 2-0, another team that's 7-0. That'll be a capacity crowd to watch if you had Ocean Eagle. Putting the max stretch rank number 12 in the state of Illinois. They're 10-0 overall, 2-0 in the South 7 Conference during their last 2 and 3 the conference. As Dad mentioned, they were both played Freeburg. They were both pretty handily taking care of Freeburg, 74-32 as Centralia played them. They both taken care of the team. The Lions game this past Tuesday was rather close. Centralia blew out the Green Waves 68-30. The Orphans have also already beat Mount Vernon and Cahokia. Cahokia was the other team that these two teams have played. The Orphans have benefited greatly from playing in the country's most wrestling gym outside of after 2 last week. And last Saturday, the last time they played this past Saturday at Harrisburg, the other 5 teams despite being Wallace is nearly at capacity. Centralia on the far side, tapping low.
Number
It's the three-headed monster. It's McKay House. It's great blue. White numbers. Centralia starts with an and one. Number 12, Devin Meyer, getting in the paint, drawing the foul, and finishing through contact.
That's Pascal
Devin Meyer.
Meyer will play at Cascadia College next year when he completes the old school three-point play to get the Orphan started on their first trip down the floor. Just about 30 seconds into the game, they're out to a 3-0 lead. Here comes Marion the other way, working right to left. It's Curry, Roper, House, Atkins, and Blue for the Wildcats in the home lights. Three numbers and gold train, and a turnover on the first possession. Roper could not handle that pass, going to the sideline, dropped it out of bounds. Now we're getting some Centralia basketball. They will move left to right. BY running the point. He's number 24. He's out there with Bratton, Meyer, Hancock, and Logan. Herrin with the other way after Marion forces Centralia turnover to get the ball back. Heading into this game, Centralia's out to a 3-0 lead. Curry to Roper in the right corner, back to Curry. Swinging to Blue on the left wing. Slashing. Might have been fouled. Looked it the other way. Bratton lost it. House contested the shot. Bratton gets it back. Kicks it out. Morgan will try the three. Too strong. Logan tips it and comes to Atkins. He controls it now. Gets the third. He sets the Marion offense. Marion still looking for their first score. Working inside. Kicks it out. Blue. Open three. Time at 3. 2 minutes into this game. Trying to slow the pace. Let's see Hancock.
Out of bounds off Marion.
Resets the offense. It's Meyer on the left wing. They're looking around. Brett trying to get past House. Up, and that might be the second foul on House, and if so, that's a big development early in this game.
McKay House, his second, team second.
As McKay House, Marion's leading scorer with a couple 30-point outings already this season.
One shooting two, Kenny.
Try to let him go yet.
Well, yeah, he's a disciplined player.
player out there. It shows
Bratton makes them both, and it's 5-3 Centralia. Benji Bates to check in at the next dead ball. They might be rethinking that decision to play house. Blue sets the high ball screen. And now we got a foul. Foul's on Meyer. And they are going to go ahead and take house out. So here comes Bates. And Marion will have to have other guys step up on the offensive end with their leading scorer sitting with 2 fouls early in this game. Curry walks it across the Marion M. Left-hand dribble. Crosses over, slashing down the middle of the lane, and the floater goes, and we're all tied at 5. Coach Lee Bennett, one of the winningest coaches in the state of Illinois all time, directs the Centralia offense as they set up. Double team comes. Roper and Blue have Oregon trapped. Sorry, that was Guai. Now it's out to Oregon. Now it's Bratton in the right corner. Draws a switch. They get Oregon in the post, guarded by Atkins. Trying to back him down. Shot no good, and bodies flying all over the place, and a foul called. And they get Atkins trying to take a charge right under the basket.
Yeah, that foul seemed just a tad late. It looked like a clean play. It was more Sam and Blue tripping over their player after they were trying to get their hands on the ball. But
left-handed free throw from Oregon, no good. Split them, and here comes Curry with it the other way. A chance to give Marion the lead if they can score on this possession. Curry slashing, lost it, and stolen by Oregon. With it the other way. Kick out, Hancock, swing, Meyer, open three, back the rim, no good. Tipped around, rebound comes to Curry. And now a foul the other way, and Centralia gets called for the block. The officials are calling it tight early.
there's another senior guard getting a tip. He didn't get the rebound, but Benji Bates tipped that ball to a teammate. So Centralia only got one shot at it. Good job by Benji. He's sitting back down, and Mackay's back in.
They talked it over with House. They are going to let him go with the 2 fouls. Now it's Curry out on the Marion M. Watch Centralia. They'll probably go right at House, so he's got to be careful. Curry swings to Blue. Right corner Atkins, back to Blue. They work it around. Now it's Roper, top of the key. Blue picked it up, kicks out to Atkins. Tries to drive baseline, and a charge called. And Guai stepped over and took the charge.
Boy, right away I'm struck with the similarities physically between these two teams. It just seems like a lot of similar body types, a lot of similar styles and personalities out there.
Centralia with the 1-point lead and the ball. Bratton trying to drive against House, who's playing with 2 fouls. They kick it out. Open look, Guai, no good. Rebound Curry. He races with it the other way. Floater in the lane, that's his shot, doesn't go this time. Rebound controlled by the Orphans in the game, Cruz Jackson. Now they walk it up, here's Guai. Resets the offense, over to Jackson. And now a foul away from the ball. And I think they get Roper on that one. And Centralia is already in the bonus. 5th team foul on the Wildcats, and Centralia will shoot for the next 3:30 in this first quarter.
At the line shooting 2, Michael Oregon.
This is Michael Oregon, 6'2" junior. Free throw rims out. We talked a moment ago about Lee Bennett as one of the all-time leaders in the state of Illinois for career wins over on the Marion sideline. Gus Gillespie, who has over 550 career wins now across Illinois and Kentucky, is now the second winningest coach in Marion basketball history, only behind Cuss Wilson, the name sake for the gym we're in tonight. Past Larry Jenkins with the win over Harrisburg on Saturday. Tough shot, Mekhi House, and that's why they're going to play him as he brings that offense. Turnaround jumper gives Marion its first lead at 7-6.
Of course, the thing a lot of people forget about Gus with his 555 career wins. Some of those wins were at Centralia.
He spent a season at Centralia, and you know this game always means something to him, as I think at the time Centralia brought in Bennett after they let Gillespie go.
Yeah.
And Bennett's been there ever since. And that's when Gus ended up going down to Marshall County in Kentucky, where he spent the majority of his career, but he's quickly gaining on his tenure down there with the years he spent at Marion. Centralia's had their woes at the foul line in this opening quarter, shooting into the Maniacs, many of whom are wearing Christmas sweaters under the Marion basket, or I should say the Centralia basket. Bratton missed them both, but the rebound went through the hands of Curry and is controlled by Guai, but he missed the putback. Marion got lucky there. Atkins kicked ahead to Curry. Curry with the head of steam. Threw it away. Scramble for it in the front court, and it's thrown in by Cruz Jackson. If this game is going to go down to the wire like many expect, it's plays like that that Marion can't afford. House to Roper on the Marion end. They swing to Blue. Now it's Atkins in front of the Centralia bench. Back to Blue in the corner. Working on Guai. Tough shot, doesn't go. Rebound Guai. Guai is the football coach's son, starting quarterback, and one of the best quarterbacks in the state of Illinois. Is just a sophomore this past year. Led the Centralia win over Marion on the football field. Now trying to do it the same on the basketball court in this last South 7 showdown between these two teams in this building. Centralia trying to slow the pace. Here's Cruz Jackson guarded by Roper. Now they kick it out to Guai, guarded by Atkins. First quarter starting to wind down, under a minute and a half to play. Curry is face guarding Hancock. Hancock has not been much involved so far in this game. Very physical opening quarter, lots of fouls called, 7 total called between the two teams. Looks like Centralia might hold for the final shot. They've got a minute to hold it. No shot clock yet. That's coming to the state of Illinois next year. Jackson sees an opening and drives, and he walked, and that's probably not what Coach Bennett was holding for, as Marion catches a break, and Cruz Jackson, a sophomore, part of this talented sophomore class, the Orphans feature, turns it over and gives Marion the ball back at the end of the quarter. We'll see how they manage the clock. Looks like Marion's going to hold for one as Curry dribbles at midcourt. Now it's Roper. Back to Curry as Marion just throws it around, stalling here, trying to finish the first quarter on top. Right now they're down 1. Low scoring first quarter. Centralia students tell Marion this is boring after they just held the ball.
Double standard.
Under 10 to play. Marion now runs their offense. House spinning. Fadeaway jumper goes. And Marion will take a 1-point lead. And nearly gave it right back as Bratton threw it from 3/4 court, but it was short. But Marion will take a first quarter lead into the second, 9-8 after 1. This is Marion Wildcat Basketball live from the Swinford Media Group.
Hi Wildcat fans, I'm Brad Poole, president of the Watermark Auto Group. I invite you to come experience the fastest, friendliest, and fairest car buying in our little corner of the world. Our friendly sales representatives will provide you, in writing, with our best price, trade value, monthly payments, all within minutes of your request. No pressure, no hurdles, no tricks, and no surprises. Experience the Watermark difference for yourself at Watermark Ford Hyundai or Watermark Nissan of Marion. Fast, friendly, fair. That's Watermark.
The teachers are really good, they're understanding.
All of our faculty here teach from experience.
I love it. It's so hands-on. They want to see us succeed.
There's so many options, so many things they can choose from.
I wasn't just another statistic out there.
My advisors and my professors have been very helpful.
I've felt completely at home from the first day.
Everyone has been so welcoming and helpful and encouraging. It's made it really easy. So I would for sure recommend John A.
Marion ball to start the second quarter. They hold a 1-point lead. Near capacity crowd here at Cutts Wilson Gym alongside Bill Swinford. I'm Riley Swinford. Ross Swinford on the controls to the right. Thanks for joining us tonight for this pre-Christmas South 7 showdown between a pair of undefeated teams. Somebody's going to go home with their first loss tonight. Curry slashing. Tough shot. Goes. Marion up 3, 11-8. Guai gets past Roper. Blue there at the rim. Shot doesn't go. Marion with the chance to build on the lead. Curry directs the offense. Blue in the right corner, swings it back to Curry. Gillespie gives out instructions. Now it's Atkins to Curry. Marion's going to hold it out around the perimeter, it appears. Roper to Curry. Now Atkins to House. He's the scorer. Kick out. Roper thought about it. Now swings it to House. House to Atkins. To Roper. Now Blue. Blue out at the volleyball line. Now it's Curry. Jabs baseline. Now he's going to fire a three, and it goes.
Cam is feeling it tonight.
Patience from the Wildcats leads to an open three. And Curry's got 7, I believe.
Yep.
Marion up 6, 14-8. Cruz Jackson. Trapped. Now he kicks it out Guai, and they reset the offense. Both these teams' defenses are pushing the offenses out near half court. Now Bratton sees an opening, goes right to the rim. Right as I was talking about how tight the defense had been for both teams, Bratton found a gap, and the 6'2 sophomore slashed right to the basket. Blue, open three the other way, too strong. Rebound, Oregon. He's their post player even though he's undersized. Now Hancock, who's been quiet, works on Curry, kicks out to Jackson. Both these teams have only played 6 so far, the starters and 1 sub. Roper takes it away from Guai, battle of the 2 quarterbacks. And Roper's fired up as he forced a turnover and goes in high fives. Blake Winters, one of his favorite targets during the football season, who's in the Maniacs tonight wearing a Santa hat. And he's all fired up too, and it's 14-10 Marion with the ball. Curry, who runs the point despite being 6'3", brings it across the other way. Now House. Contact, no whistle. Shot doesn't go. Ball controlled by Bratton. Jackson. Now it's Hancock, who's been quiet. Scramble for it, gets it back. Now it's Bratton. He's going to try the 3. And now we have a foul under the basket.
This standoff between Callahan and Guai to the basket's amazing to watch. Those guys are working each other so hard for position. Two obviously very similar guys, players, competitors, quarterbacks. One, Callahan, a senior, the Centralia player, a sophomore.
Well, they both have coaching in their blood.
Yeah.
As Archie's dad is the Centralia football coach. Callahan, of course, comes from a long line of coaches in his family. We know more about his family, of course, with him being from Marion than we do Guai, but I'm sure there's a chip on Callahan's shoulder tonight, the way that football game went. You guys were there up in Centralia this year and know how Marion did not play up to their standard that night, losing up there, and that bothered, I'm sure, Callahan. He lost to him last year as well, and Guai was a freshman starter, so not a chance to run it back on the gridiron. Might as well hand the Orphans their first loss of the season here on the basketball court. The foul is under the basket. Centralia inbounds. 3 doesn't go by Meyer, who just checked it back in, but Centralia gets the offensive board. Hancock airballs a 3. Last touched by Centralia, out of bounds. Marion basketball, so
good defense.
Despite some extra chances with the foul and the offensive rebound, the Orphans are unable to get points, and Marion still with a 2-possession lead and the basketball under 5 minutes to play here in the first half. So far, this game has been as good as advertised. House to Atkins. Atkins has been quiet. We talked about that 3-headed monster, House, Curry, and Blue. Marion tonight could really benefit from one of their other 2 guys, Roper or Atkins, providing some much-needed points as well, as stifling as the Orphans' defense can be. Blue tries to get to the basket.
Yeah, I think he just lost a grip on it.
Marion thought he was fouled.
He just lost a grip on it.
The referee says out of bounds, Centralia basketball. Under 4.5 minutes to play. Marion's lead has been stuck at 14-10 for multiple possessions here. Bratton gets to the rim and cuts it to 2, 14-12, and so far it's been Kenny Bratton and Cam Curry kind of going back and forth.
Yeah, they both can get to the basket. They both can throw that ball up there off the backboard in a variety of angles, and that's what I mean. There's a lot of similarities between these teams. These matchups are amazing.
House, shot fakes, drives baseline, and drew a foul on Jackson. So House playing carefully on defense with 2 fouls, showing why he's in the ball game. He's Marion's best scoring threat.
Yeah, and there's a matchup to watch, because I'm not sure that Jackson's going to be able to hold House down once he gets going.
Both these teams have had their struggles at the line. Missed free throw there from House. We'll bring you all the stats at halftime, brought to you by Kemper CPA Group. We'll tally up the numbers, but so far, these coaches have to be thinking down the stretch. If we're going to win this game, we're going to need some of these free opportunities at the line to go for us. House missed them both. A rare offer there at the line for House. Centralia with a chance to tie or take the lead. Under 4 minutes to go before halftime. We'll have our Johnny Logan College halftime show coming to you at the break. We'll have the special Christmas themed performances by the Marion drill teams. Marion gets another stop. Centralia thought he was fouled. No whistle, and Marion brings it the other way. It's Curry out on the Marion M. Kicks to Blue.
A lot of Centralia fans here tonight. You could feel the incredulousness over that lack of a call.
Marion taking their time. They've been very patient on offense tonight. Curry gets it underneath, up and under for two.
9 for Curry.
He's got 9 of the 16. Stolen.
Nice.
Guai lost it. Blue brings it the other way. End to end. Blue caught for the charge.
That one won't count. Yeah, Blake is can handle the ball. He can get the ball down the court. I'd like to see him give that one up. A little tough for those big guys to not run over somebody when they're doing that.
Feels like every possession in this game carries a lot of weight. Guai missed it. Now the other way. Blue hands off to House. Now they hand it to Curry. Over to House.
Roper guarded by Gouet. House jab steps. Thought about it. Kicks it to Blue. Approaching the 2-minute mark before halftime.
Gus in no hurry. He said, let's just pull it out a little bit here. Use some clock.
Marion with a 5-out look. All 5 of their offensive players standing around the perimeter. House lost it. Curry gets it back. Blue steps into a 3.
Oh.
No. Scramble for it.
That's out on Centralia.
So Marion will inbound under its own basket. They send Bates back in. They're going to spell House. Make sure he doesn't get his third before the break.
That's a good idea. Let's keep him at 2. We got three players with 2 fouls right now. Adkins, House, and Roper.
Let's see what Marion does here. They've got
Blue.
Bates and Adkins.
Blue also
top
has
of the key.
2.
They go to the corners, and now they inbound to Roper. They reset the offense. Marion's been very patient on offense tonight. Curry picks it up. Now it's Roper left wing, back over to Curry. Under 1:20 to go now before the half. Roper over to Curry. Marion still taking its time. They play catch the top of the key. Now Curry swings it. Bates just in the game.
Oh,
3. That would have been huge, but it doesn't go. Rebound Hancock. Minute to go before the half. Now Bratton over to Gouai. Now Centralia is going to be patient. Both these teams very disciplined. Under 40 seconds to go. Centralia trying to hold for the last shot. Now an offensive foul on an illegal screen. And they get Bratton.
That's 3 for him. Oh, sorry. I've been marking the wrong fouls on the wrong guy.
So Marion catches a break and gets the ball back before the half. Let's see if they can capitalize.
I think wishful thinking there on Bratton. Just 1 foul on Bratton. I misspoke. Marion's got 4 guys with 2 fouls, and it includes Blake Blue as well.
Ten seconds before the half. Curry gets the screen from Roper. Now kicks out. Pick and pop. Callahan. No. Offensive board. Blue. Short. And we'll go into half with a 16-12 Marion lead as the Wildcats so far defend their home court with a patient approach and good defense to hold the Orphans just to 12 first half points. We'll be back with our Johnny Logan College halftime show right after this. This is Marion Basketball live from the Swinford Media Group.
At Deaconess, Illinois, we have redefined what it means to receive the care you deserve close to home. For residents throughout Southern Illinois, we're committed to providing the highest quality care using the most advanced technology. We're also making your experience as comfortable and convenient as possible. Deaconess, Illinois MyChart allows you to manage your appointments, view your test results, and communicate with your providers. Deaconess, Illinois, where advanced medicine and compassionate care come together
Black
just for
Diamond
you.
Harley Davidson presents Why I Ride.
Hi, I'm Les Ingram, and this is Why I Ride. I taught special education for 28 years. I haven't drank in 34 years. I needed something to relieve the stress, and the bike does it wonderfully. I've been riding 34 years. I currently have, through the Harley Owners Group, Ride 365, I have 649,607 miles. As a matter of fact, I don't want to go anywhere unless I'm traveling on the Harley.
It's the first ever year-end clearance at Anderson's family of stores. And Santa Lowell is dropping all of his prices. Get up to 70% off or 48 months interest-free financing. You'll find prices as low as $99 for twin mattresses, $279 for dining, sofas at $399, and much more. All at the first ever year-end clearance, up to 70% off or 48 months interest-free financing.
Hurry in for these savings, only at Anderson's Family of Stores.
Anderson's Furniture and Mattress.
This is the John A. Logan College Why Would You Go Anywhere Else halftime show here, where the Marion Wildcats lead the Centralia Orphans by a halftime score of 16-12. The Marion Winter Guard getting us in the Christmas spirit with a special Christmas-themed halftime show down on the court up here in the booth. I'm Riley Swinford alongside Bill Swinford. This is Marion Basketball Live from the Swinford Media Group, brought to you by the Black Diamond family of businesses, Watermark Auto Group, the Illinois National Guard, and John A. Logan College, and Dad, and our other fine sponsors. And Dad, one of those fine sponsors is the Kemper CPA Group LLP, and let's go into our halftime stats inside the numbers, as Kemper CPA Group sponsors all season long, all school year long here on our live streams. And low scoring first half as the two teams combined for just 28 points. And as I mentioned moments ago, it was really Cam Curry and Kenny Bratton carrying the load for their two teams, and not much of a surprise there coming into this game.
Yeah, when I looked down at my score sheet to total it up, I got really concerned that I'd missed a lot. But no, there's only like you said, the 28 points scored tonight. Cam Curry's having a nice night so far, though, with 3 and then 3 other field goals for 9 points. He scored all of Marion's points in that 7-point second quarter that they had. So 9 for Cam Curry, 4 for Mekhi House. He's just kind of getting going, been playing in foul trouble, but he did miss a couple of free throws. Blake Blue has a 3-pointer on the night. For Centralia, they are led so far by Kenny Bratton, who has 6 points, 3 for Devin Miller, 2 for Cruz Jackson, 1 for Michael Organ. It's striking how, like I've said a couple times now, it's striking how similar these two teams are, and this is a slugfest. And usually you like the high scoring stuff, but I'll tell you what, this has been a very entertaining, low scoring game.
And coming into this game, this is a Centralia team, Dad, that had really been putting up the points this season.
Oh, yeah.
And, hats off to the Marion defense for holding them to 12 so far, based off of what the Orphans have done to this point through their first 10 wins.
Yeah, they are typically between 60 and low 70s in their scoring. Now, here lately, the last few games, they maybe dipped into the 50s, although they did get 75 just the other night over Cahokia. So, yeah, they certainly have the firepower to score, but man, Marion's defense is special this year. I said that right off the top, and I was really optimistic about these Wildcats because of the kind of defense that they play, and then I've been a little surprised with some of the offensive weapons that have shown up. But what a game. I mean, you realize, I was looking this up before the game, you probably remember this, Centralia's won 9 out of the last 10 matchups between these two teams, right. But the key one is the last one, and Marion has a one-game winning streak going. That game last Valentine's Day when they won 70-60, that was after they almost beat them at home on January 4th, right?
Yeah, so they won at Centralia last year.
Yeah.
No, I remember that, and this is a group that Marion, lost, of course, the likes of Race Hickey and Ethan Simmons, Caden Rogowski, Kyan Cole, Reese Anthony, that talented senior class that went on, many of those guys playing at the next level. But there was several guys that were contributors on that team, and you can see, even though Centralia, has their guys back like Bratton and Guai and Meyer and Hancock and Organ, those guys all played a year ago as well. The guys like Curry, the guys like Blue, Roper, Adkins, and of course House has just burst onto the scene. But thanks to the experience that those guys got a year ago, Marion doesn't look really that sped up tonight, or this atmosphere and the weight of this game doesn't appear to be heavy on the Wildcats, because these guys had gained experience in big games a year ago. Many of those guys were in the rotation last year. Of course, this is our Johnny Logan College Why Would You Go Anywhere Else halftime show, but we're also in the midst of Dr. Michael Lawler timeout. Dr. Lawler, Marion's hometown doctor.
Yeah, our Herrin's hometown physician, treating adult primary care since 2009 with quality care close to home. We're pleased to add Dr. Lawler to our roster of sponsors, and we thank him for being a part of it. We're going to take a break here and come back with more on the John A. Logan College Halftime Show.
At Legence Bank, we make it easy to achieve your financial goals. Working with small businesses, farmers, and individuals, we strive to be your partner in convenient, local, and personalized banking solutions. From investing in your priorities to helping our community grow, we're committed to making a difference at Legence Bank.
I always know I can count on the people at Legence to answer my questions and connect me to the services I need.
We have you covered with a range of fraud prevention tools to keep your accounts safe and secure. With real-time debit card alerts, advanced encryption, and card controls, you can stay one step ahead of fraud with these security features.
Legence Bank supports you on and off the field. Go Wildcats!
Hey, this is Michael Anderson, owner of Anderson Boys Trash Service. We are locally owned and operated. We are reliable and affordable. Weekly trash service. I look forward to hearing from you soon. I appreciate you, and my family appreciate the business.
Now serving residential and commercial properties with roll-off dumpster rentals available. Call 618-925-1215 or find us on Facebook at Anderson Boys Trash Service.
Provide both surgical and non-surgical management for musculoskeletal conditions. In fact, about 1 out of 10 patients I see in the clinic actually come to surgery. The other 9 out of 10 we can treat and manage non-surgically. I don't require referrals. Patients can come to see me straight away. My philosophy again is optimize non-surgical treatment before I perform surgery. Once I do surgery, unfortunately, I'm a perfectionist. My wife gives me a hassle. If I'm in the room and this picture on the wall is crooked, I will fix it, even in your house. I think part of that is the masonry background, because everything's got to be, again, plumb level and as close to perfect as you can achieve. You can shoot for perfection, accept excellence. That's my rule.
At The Hub, we're not just a fitness center. We're a community powered by people who care. Our dedicated staff will guide you every step of the way on our world-class fitness floor. Dive into fun in our aquatic center. And with our fitness and aquatics classes, there's something for everyone. Join us for family events that bring our community closer. We're people-powered and we are here for you, creating a fitness experience that feels like family. Join us today at The Hub, where health and happiness meet.
We're back here live for the start of the second half. This is live Marion High School basketball, brought to you by the Swinford Media Group, sponsored by Watermark Auto Group, Black Diamond family of businesses, Johnny Logan College, Illinois National Guard, and our other sponsors. Centralia goes right to left to start the half, trailing by 4, 16-12. Coming out of the halftime, two legendary coaches. We'll see what adjustments they made. Centralia turned it over to start the half. It was Hancock. Turn it over, then Marion gives it right back as House throws it away. Guai with it in a hurry the other way, slashing to the basket and scoring. And we're down to a 2-point game, 16-14.
It's Guai's first bucket of the night.
Marion's defense putting on a masterclass here tonight. Has to keep that up if Marion's going to win this game. Curry slashing. Hesitation, gets in the lane and draws a foul, and that one's on Bratton. And Curry will head to the line for a pair of throws.
2 on Bratton.
How did Marion do at the foul line in the first half?
Well, we only shot twice. That's House shot 2 and missed them both.
Curry trying to improve on that here. Now they're 0 for 3 in the game. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite Marion down the stretch. Splits a pair. Curry now into double figures, I believe.
Yeah, he's got 10.
Marion up 3. Guwai dribbles right at Roper. Rims out, rebound Meyer, up and under for 2. 1 point game, 17-16. Devin Meyer with the putback, and Marion has given up a couple offensive boards tonight. They got to clean that up and the free throw shooting. House lost it, another turnover. Centralia now with a chance to retake the lead coming out at halftime. Meyer steps into one in transition, and they have the lead.
Yeah, I felt a timeout coming on. We're going to have one by Gus Gillespie. That is a Dr. Michael Lawler, Marion's hometown physician treating adult primary care since 2009. Thank you, Michael Lawler, for your sponsorship. We'll be back right after this.
Welcome to Wit Wisdom, located at 202 North Market in downtown Marion, Illinois. We're open Tuesday through Saturday, 10 to 5. Stop in and check out our spirit wear, custom tees, embroidery services, and more, all in a historical boutique setting. Check us out anytime online at www.witandwisdomstore.com.
We're back here at Cuss Wilson Gym, where the Centralia's come out and taken a lead here early in the second half.
Centralia on a 7-1 run to start the second half. See what adjustments Coach Gillespie did during that timeout, and that probably wasn't what he wanted to do there as Marion throws it away. 3 turnovers for the Wildcats in the first nearly 2 minutes of the second half. Centralia now, this is what makes them dangerous. If they can get a lead, no matter how slim of a margin, they will take the air out of the basketball. Hancock cut off. Good defense here from the Wildcats as they ramp it back up. Curry gambled there, though, and Guwai gets to the rim but left it short. Rebound Blue. Atkins with it the other way to House. Drives baseline, cut off. Kick out, Atkins. Driving to the rim. Draws the foul. The SEMO football signee, Sam Atkins, forcing the issue the other way. And he was held scoreless in the first half. And if Marion, like I said, can get contributions up and down their bench, the Wildcats will be better off tonight. And we're hoping that that's a sign of things to come there as Atkins caught it and immediately looked at the basket. Earlier in the first half, both these teams were passive. Or I should say, Marion's other players besides Curry and House and Blue were passive.
Yeah, Sam's come on a little of late, scored double figures the last few games, and but that was his first points of the night.
All knotted up at 19. Meyer drives to the rim, blocked by House, and they call a foul. And they get it on Blue as Blue stepped over. I think House's block was clean, but Blue got him with the body. And Meyer will be at the line to try to give the Orphans back the lead. Centralia has struggled at the line here tonight on the road. Another miss there. Missed them both, but gets his own rebound. The shooter got the rebound and scores. And that's exactly what can't happen. So Centralia does retake the lead, but on an offensive rebound put back from Meyer. He's in double figures with 10. He's come on strong in the second half. Marion works it around the perimeter, back to the 5-out look. Blue, kick out. House thought about it. Extra one to Curry. Shot fakes, dribbles it back out. Now they reset. Curry, tough shot, doesn't go. Hits the ground, gets up now. Here comes Centralia the other way. Guai kicks out. Meyer, he's feeling it. Three is good. And we're going to have another Dr. Michael Lawler timeout as Coach Gillespie has to stop it. And it's a 30-second timeout, courtesy of Dr. Michael Lawler.
Hi, I'm Tyler Young with the print shop here in Marion. We're on the square. We just got done doing some perforated vinyl here at Swinford Publications. So this is the vinyl that you can see out, but people can't see in, and it gives a nice little look and feel to a number of different kinds of businesses. So come see us at the print shop. We're at 1112 North Carbon, next to AutoZone behind Hardee's.
Centralia up 5 as they have stormed out of the halftime break. They've already doubled their output from the first half, Dad.
Yeah, and they've outscored Marion 12-3 here in this third quarter. Marion now down by 5.
No reason to panic. Still plenty of time in this game. But they got a quick turn in the ball over. Nearly turnover there.
They were fortunate to hang on to that one.
Blue drives to the basket, and that's the response Marion needed. Basket's good and one as Blue drew the foul on Hancock. First foul on Hancock, team's third, and Blue with a chance to add another point at the line.
Coach Gillespie walked out onto the court to applaud that move and that finish by Blue. That's what he was looking for.
Blue with 5, trying to make it 6 in the game. And he does. Shooting into the Maniacs. Back to a one-possession game. Centralia by 2, 24-22. Under 4 minutes to go here in the third. Big South 7 Conference showdown here before Christmas at Cuss Wilson Gym. You're watching live on the Swinford Media Group alongside Bill Swinford. I'm Riley Swinford, Ross Swinford here on the controls. Nice play there by the Orphans. They get Oregon backdoor. And back to a 4-point Orphan lead. Curry walks it up. Centralia has done a better job on Curry this quarter as he's gone quiet.
He's not forcing it, that's good.
House lost it, another turnover for the Wildcats. Guai with it in transition. Backs down Blue, forces it, no good. Rebound comes to Adkins. Curry with it the other way. Swings it to Roper, back to Curry. To Roper. Top the key, jumper, no. Rebound tipped, controlled by the Wildcats. Curry's got it on the right wing. Gillespie gives the play call. Curry gets the screen from Roper. Curry lost it, fell down. Another Marion turnover. They've had a hard time holding on to the ball this third quarter. Need a stop here. Oregon gets in the paint. Cut off. Terminates his dribble. 3 seconds in the lane. Oh, but now they say Centralia got a timeout. As Coach Bennett got a timeout just in time. So they're going to wave off the 3-second call and give the Orphans the timeout. So it will be Centralia timeout when we come back from this Dr. Michael Lawler timeout. Dr. Michael Lawler, Marion's hometown physician, our timeout sponsor here on the Marion Stars Wildcat Game Day. We'll be right back.
Since 1999, Clark Natural Stone is a family-owned business that strives to not only offer you the best selection of rock and mulch in the country, but also provide you with the best service. Clark Natural Stone Slinger Truck is a great option when you need rock, sand, or gravel placed in an area not easily accessible to a conventional dump bed. To schedule your delivery or to ask any questions, call 618-997-3889 or visit our website, clarknaturalstone.com.
Welcome back here to Cuss Wilson Gym after the quick timeout. The Orphans have the ball inbounding under their basket. Hancock, who's been held in check, to Meyer, who's been hot this quarter. Now it's Guai, top the key, over to Bratton. Open three, Guai, top the key, no good. Chase for the rebound, controlled by the Orphans, and now a turnover. He walks. So Marion gets out of that mess unscathed as they get the stop they needed and have the ball back down 4. Now it's House, over to Blue. Now Roper, they work it around the perimeter. Comes to Curry in the right corner. Gets a screen from Adkins. Now House to Blue. Under 2 minutes to go in the third. Marion still taking their time. Not panicking, down 4. Blue. Cut off. Roper kicks it back out. Blue. Shot fake. 18-footer. No. Rebound tipped. Curry second effort goes. Marion kept it alive and Curry puts it in, and it's back to a one possession game. This game's gonna be tight going into the fourth. Now an illegal screen. Oh wait, no, they call the foul on Marion.
Yeah, he pointed the wrong direction. I thought it could have been an illegal screen too. He looked like he was moving. But.
Yeah, he signaled it was Marion's ball and then reversed it to Centralia's ball. So 24-26, under 1:20 to go. Guai directs the offense. Centralia going to try to play for one. Marion brings the trap, gets rid of it. Meyer thought about the three, back inside Guai, guarded by Adkins. And they get Blue for the foul.
That's going to be his fourth. I was just getting ready to compliment him on how ferociously he does those traps and he closes in on those players when they're vulnerable, but he just kind of reached in there a little too much that time and grabbed an arm.
Guai draws the double team, kicks out. Meyer, open three, no. Rebound tipped, finally brought in by Curry. Curry with the head of steam the other way. Kicks it out, nearly threw it away. Adkins picks it up. Back to Curry. Thought about the three. Now he fires it. No.
Yeah, that was ill-conceived.
Should have shot the first one.
Yeah.
Under 20 seconds to go. Centralia with the lead and the ball here in the third quarter. Five seconds. And they get Bates on the foul. And I really don't mind that foul as Bates, a reserve off the bench, has fouls to give. Now Centralia not in the bonus will have to inbound it. So I really don't necessarily mind that foul.
Yeah, that's one of those kind of things you need from a player like Bates to come in and, especially with 3.7 seconds left, made it a little more of a challenge for him here.
Gulite at the third quarter horn, gets it to go. And Centralia, after trailing by 4 at halftime, outscores Marion by 8 in the third to take a 4-point lead. Heading into the fourth, it'll be Marion ball. When we come back, we've got a good one in store. Don't go anywhere. 2 undefeated teams will battle in the fourth when we come right back.
Hi, I'm Joni, director at Binkley-Ross Funeral Homes. When you're faced with loss, it's comforting to know that someone who understands your pain is here to help. That's why I brought Blue and Mitchell Hughes Funeral Homes back under local ownership alongside Binkley-Ross Funeral Home. We've been serving Marion and Williamson County families with compassion and care for years, and we know how important it is to feel supported in your time of need. If you have questions or concerns about your previous arrangements, we're here to support you with understanding and kindness. You can always rely on us for honesty, respect, and care you deserve. Marion is not only my home, Marion is my heart.
Contact Kenya Garner for an auto quote today.
Marion ball to start the fourth quarter. 28-24 Centralia. Thanks to everyone who's watching, joining us here on the Swinford Media Group YouTube and Facebook. Big crowd tuning in for this battle between 2 undefeated teams, a combined 17-0 coming into play tonight, and somebody's going to go home with their first loss. Marion slowing the pace. No reason to get sped up right now. Got to get good shots, and they can't turn the ball over like they did in the third. Curry to Atkins. Drives baseline. Knocked out of bounds. It will stay Marion ball. Atkins to trigger it in. Throws it in. Curry top the key. Both teams have their starting fives in, but both teams have guys in foul trouble. These teams' depth might be tested down the stretch. Blue cut off. Now it's Roper standing on the Marion M. Now it's back to Blue. Right corner Atkins. Works it back to House. He's been quiet here in the second half. Blue dribble hands off to Curry. Curry, a leading candidate for our Hub Recreation Center Player of the Game. We'll name that in our postgame show. Marion has taken more than a minute off the clock here to start the fourth. This possession here is why many are an advocate for the shot clock coming into effect next season. Roper.
No reason they have to get a shot off.
Now a foul on Bratton. And I believe that's his third.
Yeah, that's 3.
So Marion milked nearly a minute and a half off and then drew a foul on Bratton. Now they'll inbound under their own basket.
Bratton has been guarding House. They've switched off now. Maybe that'll free up House a little bit.
House in the right corner. Marion still taking its time. Curry wants to get to the rim. Cut off by Bratton. Kicks out Roper. Now it's Curry and they reset. Now it's back to House. Now over to Atkins as Marion runs their motion set. This trip down the floor. We've been down on this end for more than 2 minutes here to start the fourth. House sees an opening. Cut off. Kicked out Curry. Thought about the three. Now he pulls it out. To Blue. Shot fakes. Jab steps. Now back to Curry as they reset again. 2.5 minutes now off the clock here in the fourth.
Really good discipline being shown by this experienced Wildcat team right now.
Eventually somebody's going to have to score, though. They're down 4. And we know Centralia is just as capable of limiting possessions down the other end of the floor.
Yeah, I love that. See, picking up a foul here, a foul there. Still 5 minutes left on this clock.
At this pace, eventually they'll be shooting free throws at least.
Yeah.
Curry working inside on Meyer. Physical battle, the post won by Curry. Curry lets him know it. Nearly a 3-minute possession ends with a Curry bucket in the paint. It's all of a sudden a 2-point game. Now Marion needs a stop. Maniacs are fired up. A couple thousand fans here with us tonight at Wilson Gym, along with hundreds watching here live on our Swinford Media Group live streams. Marion gets a stop after a rush Centralia possession, and now Marion can work the clock again and potentially tie it or take the lead.
Curry's got a bunch of rebounds tonight too. He's been cleaning the boards pretty well for the Wildcats this season.
He's got 14 points. Wants the ball in his hands down the stretch. An early candidate, or I should say our main candidate for our Hub Recreation Center player of the game. Down the stretch, though, lots of moments for big plays and big baskets, as someone else could move into the discussion in a hurry with the big play in this closely contested game between a battle of two undefeated teams. Curry trying to put Marion on his back, call for the offensive foul.
Yeah.
Meyer sold it, got the call.
Yeah, that's one of those instances where he just lost a little bit of his patience, got a little too dogged and determined to fight his way in there and get another bucket. And again, we got a lot of time left, just down 2 at this point.
Yeah, forced the issue a little too much there. Just the first foul on Curry, though. Centralia with the ball up 2. Now they're going to try to take their time. They run their 5th set. House nearly had a steal. Bratton slashes to the basket. Nearly got the basket to go.
That's just his 3rd.
So after picking up the 2 early fouls, he has played very well to not pick up his 3rd until the 3:26 mark.
I don't want to jinx him, but Blue's doing a nice job playing with 4 fouls right now too.
Pratt hits the free throw. So he gets them both to go, and Centralia's lead's extended back to 4. Now Marion's going to use another timeout.
Time for a Dr. Michael Lawler timeout. Marion's hometown physician treating adult primary care since 2009. Quality care close to home. Thanks, Dr. Lawler, for sponsoring Wildcat Game Day. We'll be right back.
My part-time service in the Army National Guard gives me a lot of opportunities. I have the ability to serve close to home, wherever that may be in the volunteer state. It also provides tuition benefits, making it possible to get the education I've always wanted. And since my service is part-time, I can pursue my dream job in the career field I choose. With part-time service in the Army National Guard, I really can have it all.
Visit nationalguard.com to find out more.
Your dream wedding gown awaits at Blush and Ivory Bridal, the most recommended bridal boutique in Southern Illinois. At Blush and Ivory, you won't be lost in the crowd. With every private appointment, the entire boutique is yours. Just you, your loved ones, and your personal stylist. Together, you'll discover a curated selection of gowns, veils, and accessories to create the bridal look you've always imagined. And say yes to the dress that brings out the bride in you. Schedule your private appointment today at Blush and Ivory Bridal, 307 North Market Street in Marion. Call 618-988-2926.
Marion inbounds to start the fourth, or excuse me, out of the timeout. Midway through the fourth, down 4.
Each team with just 2 points this quarter. It's been a defensive slugfest.
Yeah, both these coaches have directed their teams to be patient and take the air out of the basketball, but that makes the weight of every possession so huge. House left it short.
Got to get him going.
And now under 3 minutes to go, Centralia with the ball up 4. Marion's going to have to string some stops and speed Centralia up. Hancock at the volleyball line. Right corner, Guai. Into the post, Meyer. Working on Blues, playing with 4 fouls. Wild shot in the paint, no good. Bratton's second chance goes, and that's a backbreaker when you get the stop, and then Centralia scores off an offensive rebound. Marion's going to have to start playing faster. And Curry forces the issue and draws a foul. So the next foul, I believe, will put Marion at the line. As that is now...
It's 4 on Bratton.
Is that 3 or 14 fouls in the quarter?
Well...
The scoreboard just says 3, I guess. I thought it was 4. Marion down 6. Needs this 3 from Curry to go. Doesn't go. Centralia with the rebound. Now watch Centralia really take their time. 2 minutes to go in this ball game. Hancock kicks out. Organ. As they're going to space it and really take the time off the clock. Marion's going to have to really force Centralia into some uncharacteristic turnovers, as I don't think they have any interest shooting the basketball right now. Blue's not the one to start fouling as he's playing with 4 and they need him in the game. And Marion went to foul, but they get a timeout first as Coach Bennett calls a timeout. We have a 30-second timeout. Another Dr. Michael Lawler timeout. We'll be back with more Marion Basketball Live from the Swinford Media Group after this.
I'm excited to represent Southern Illinois when playing basketball for SIU, and it's important to me to give back to this region. That's important to Banterra Bank also, and it's one of the reasons that I'm proud to be a customer. They support their communities, and with their mobile app, I can check my accounts, make payments, and more, all on my time. Plus, they offer a Saluki Visa debit card that supports SIU scholarships and athletics.
That was an easy win for me.
Banterra Bank, official partner of Saluki Athletics.
Out of the timeout, it is Centralia ball, minute 37 to go. Centralia up 6, and with the pace of this fourth quarter, that 6-point lead feels huge right now. There's a foul. Marion's going to have to start fouling, and we'll see some free throws down the stretch.
Curry's got a few fouls to give. He's got 2. Marion with just 3 team fouls so far. They got to get a couple more to get him shooting.
Inbound Bratton in the post, and that might be the dagger.
Yeah.
8-point lead for the Orphans. Minute 15 to go. Marion's going to have to start playing a lot faster than they did to start this fourth quarter. Curry trying to create open look. Roper airballed it out of bounds. And Centralia will have length of the floor to go. 57.6 seconds to go. Up 8 with the ball. Guai Fires it ahead to Meyer, left it short, Bratton puts it in, 10 points Centralia lead. The Orphans fans who travel down here can sense it. Under a minute to go, up 10. Curry to try to make it a 7-point game, doesn't go. We'll see if Marion even wants to foul, as Centralia will move to 11-0. Marion will take their first loss and fall to 7-1. Under 30 seconds to go now, as Centralia's defense was too much for Marion as they hold the Wildcats to 10 second half points, outscoring Marion 24-10 in the second half after trailing 16-12 at halftime. And the couple thousand fans that were here before Christmas for this undefeated matchup head to the doors as they will see Centralia knock off Marion 36-26. And the Orphans will stay undefeated, and Marion will circle the matchup at Centralia later this season on their calendars, as that will be the last time these two teams will play in South 7 play ever. And they'll try to avenge this loss here tonight when they see them again. These two teams will now head to Christmas holiday tournament time, with Centralia an 11-0 perfect record, Marion still strong at 7-1. And tonight the Orphans were just too much for the Wildcats. We'll be back with our Deaconess Illinois Medical Center post-game show to recap it. We'll name our Hub Recreation Center player of the game. We'll have our thrilling moment of the game as well. This has been Marion Basketball Live from the Swinford Media Group.
Do you feel like your business is sinking in accounting and payroll work? Are business taxes and confusing technology dragging you down? Call the experts at Kemper CPA Group. We'll answer your questions and give you the tools to keep your business afloat.
Hi Wildcat fans, I'm Brad Poole, president of the Watermark Auto Group. I invite you to come experience the fastest, friendliest, and fairest car buying in our little corner of the world. Our friendly sales representatives will provide you in writing with our best price, trade value, monthly payments, all within minutes of your request. No pressure, no hurdles, no tricks, and no surprises. Experience the Watermark difference for yourself at Watermark Ford Hyundai or Watermark Nissan of Marion. Fast, friendly, fair. That's Watermark.
The teachers are really good, they're understanding.
All our faculty here teach from experience.
I love it. It's so hands-on. They want to see us succeed.
There's so many options, so many things they can choose from.
I wasn't just another statistic out there.
My advisors and my professors have been very helpful.
I've felt completely at home from the first day.
Everyone has been so welcoming and helpful and encouraging. It's made it really easy, so I would for sure recommend
At Deaconess, Illinois, we have redefined what it means to receive the care you deserve close to home. For residents throughout Southern Illinois, we're committed to providing the highest quality care using the most advanced technology. We're also making your experience as comfortable and convenient as possible. Deaconess Illinois MyChart allows you to manage your appointments, view your test results, and communicate with your providers. Deaconess Illinois, where advanced medicine and compassionate care come together just for you.
Black Diamond Harley-Davidson presents Why I Ride.
Hi, I'm Les Ingram, and this is Why I Ride. I taught special education for 28 years. I haven't drank in 34 years. I needed something to relieve the stress, and the bike does it wonderfully. I've been riding 34 years. I currently have, through the Harley Owners Group, Ride 365, I have 649,607 miles. As a matter of fact, I don't want to go anywhere unless I'm traveling on the Harley.
This is our Deaconess Illinois Medical Center postgame show following a 36-26 Centralia win over Marion in the battle between unbeaten teams here in South 7 Conference play in a nearly sold-out Cuss Wilson Gymnasium tonight. It was a defensive slugfest, a marquee coaching matchup, and ultimately, in the end of the day, Centralia made just enough plays down the stretch to prevail and hand Marion its first loss of the season.
Yeah, this was a tough one because Marion was right there. That first half, Marion was in control. It's hard to say anybody was in control when the point differential was never more than 6 points or so at that time. But I'll tell you what, Marion seemed to be more on their game in that first half. Centralia came out second half, and again, it's not like they torched the baskets. They just didn't, neither team was shooting that many. They were just using the clock, using the court, playing smart ball, and Centralia just got more buckets in the end than Marion did.
Yeah, it's not like Marion necessarily played bad in the second half, but Centralia really made it their style of game in the second half, and Marion, I think if they go back and watch film, might regret slowing it down as much as they did because, as I said, while it was happening, when you do that without the shot clock, you really take the air out of the basketball and limit possessions. It makes the weight of every shot you take, every possession you have, so much greater, and Marion a couple times really milked the clock, really took a lot of time off the clock, and then didn't get any results at the end of the day. And so therefore they had wasted a lot of valuable time that they wish they had back down the end when they were trying to play from behind. So it's one of those things where when it works, it looks great. When it doesn't work, you go back and you start kind of second guessing and wondering if that was the right thing to do. But Marion's defense, as we said off air moments ago, this is a Centralia team, as we told you, that have been scoring in the high 50s, up into the 60s, even 70 points this season. Marion's defense held them to 36 tonight. And if you would have probably told me coming into tonight that Marion's defense would hold Centralia to 36, you would have liked our chances, but you would have certainly expected Marion to score more than 26.
Yeah, we were playing Centralia's game tonight, but we've got the discipline, we've got the ability to do the same thing. They're just a little bit more seasoned at it, a little bit better at it, and give their defense credit too. I mean, Mackay House held to 4 points and he's having a hard time getting open. They had him covered pretty well tonight, and Blake Blue got 6, had a 3-pointer, but again, not a lot of open shots for him either. So it's a tough night, but it was a very good team. Obviously, they're a very good team, and Marion showed that we're right there with them. And I look forward to the matchup later this season.
The thing that you know for a fact once you get into these South 7 Conference showdowns between coaches like Coach Gillespie of Marion and Coach Bennett from Centralia is they're going to be very well scouted. They're going to be very well prepared. And it was certainly evident after Mackay House had kind of flown under the radar and snuck up on some people earlier this season when he was able to go off for his 30-point outings against teams that hadn't seen the video, hadn't heard about how talented he is as just a sophomore. Centralia was well aware tonight, made him an emphasis, kind of took him out of the game. Marion did a very good job taking Centralia's Jackson Hancock out of the game, but it was other guys stepping up, such as Guwai, Bratton, and Meyer, and that was just enough as neither of these teams have a lot of scoring options or a lot of depth, but it was the guys making plays tonight for the Orphans that were ultimately the difference. Let's go inside those numbers, brought to you by Kemper CPA Group LLP. As I said, a low-scoring game, not a lot of guys in the scoring column, but the guys who did score did the bulk of it and really made their presence known.
Yeah, and you had two guys opposite sides of the court that, again, a lot of similarities between them. Both of them scored 14 points to lead their respective teams. And Kenny Bratton for Centralia, that wide receiver we remember from the football season, very athletic, and boy, his points in the fourth quarter were the difference. He's the only one that scored for Centralia in the fourth, but his 8 points in the fourth were enough to push them to that win as he finishes with 14. Interesting, Devin Meyer had 13 on the night, but all of them, 10 of them were in the third quarter. He didn't score in the fourth. 5 points for Michael Organ and 2 each for Cruz Jackson and Archie Guwai. For Marion, Cam Curry was our version of Kenny Bratton. He played well, and he played with a lot of confidence. There were a few times when forced the issue just a little bit. A few times when he turned the ball over, we were a little plagued with some turnovers there in the second half. So our ball handlers, that's kind of on them. But he's still shown for Marion tonight with 14 points, and he's a great-looking player, always fun to watch. Blake Blue got 6, and as we mentioned, Kai House struggled a little bit tonight, just 4 points. Sam Atkins scored our only other points, and that's just 2 points from the free throw line. That's all Sam had.
It's now time to name our Hub Recreation Center player of the game. And as we just told you in the stats, not much of a surprise here. Our choice for Hub Recreation Center player of the game is the junior, number 24 in white, Cam Curry.
Yeah, Cam, was consistent through the game, scored in every quarter, was really Marion's best option. There were a few times when they badly needed a bucket, and he found a way to get one. And he just has the ability to score off the dribble and to slash and to do a little bit of everything. And plus, he's handling the ball. And I also pointed out tonight, he could, for the guy that's bringing the ball down the court, he's getting a lot of rebounds on both ends of the court too. So it was time to give Cam one of these. He's played well all season, as we knew he would, and the junior had another good game, leading Marion with 14 points.
Thanks to the Hub Recreation Center for their continued support. Look for a post coming out later this week. I'm not sure when it will go up due to Christmas, but they will congratulate Cam, and then they'll present Cam and all of our winners all season long, all school year long, going back to football and volleyball season, with commemorative gift packages for their hard work and strong play at the end of the season. The only other thing we have to do before we sign off is name our Black Diamond family of businesses thrilling moment of the game. And we were talking off air about the thrilling moments, and it wasn't the usual standout play tonight where we didn't have a rim rattling dunk. We didn't have a buzzer beating three. We didn't have a half court shot, anything like that. But my thrilling moment of the game, sticking with the theme, was down the stretch when Marion had worked the clock, taken over 3 minutes off the clock, forced some Centralia fouls. It was Cam Curry getting a huge and one under the basket that he was fired up. I'm not sure they actually called a foul, but he finished through contact. He let the defender know about it, kept Marion in the game, and forced that exciting finish down the stretch. So our Black Diamond family of businesses thrilling moment of the game, courtesy of our Hub Recreation Center player of the game as well, Cam Curry tonight. Of course, the Black Diamond family of businesses feature not only Black Diamond Harley Davidson, but all the work going into the Oasis Mall and all the businesses that will be housed there, including the soon-to-be open Thrill House. For more information about that, check out the article on SwinfordMediaGroup.com or visit any of our videos and posts on our social media channels that talk about the ongoing work that Black Diamond's doing to open more businesses out there in and around the mall.
Hey, before we get away, wanted to mention a couple of things. We kind of mentioned in passing that Gus Gillespie is now number 2 all-time among Marion basketball coaches with Marion wins. He's got 148 now, having passed Larry Jenkins, coached back in the late 80s, early 90s, who had 147. I can remember Coach Jenkins. He had some great teams back then. Coach Gillespie has got 148 wins in Marion, 555 overall. He is second only to the man, Virgil Cuss Wilson, whose gym we sit in. And Virgil Cuss Wilson has 300 wins. So Gus is halfway there if he wants to try to catch Cuss. And I had a chance a little while ago to talk to Cuss's grandson, B.W. Bruce, Ben Wilson Bruce, who is a friend of ours and a neighbor on the square, and was asking him a little bit about Cuss and what he thought of Gus. And he said Cuss would have been a fan of Gus, and he's a big fan. B.W. himself is a big fan of Gus, and he sees a lot of Gus. Cuss and Gus, in that they are both, pretty steady guys. They don't get overly excited. They can get excited when they need to, but Cuss was known for just keeping a seat on the bench and and just having a consistent, steady presence and keeping his head about him. And you see that with Gus as well. Very heady coaches, and Gus has certainly been a great thing for the Marion basketball program since we brought him to town. How many years ago now? Do we know?
It would have been 2017-2018 season.
Okay. So he's got, if he sticks around, he's got a chance to catch Gus, but he's about halfway there. Gus did all of his coaching. Cuss did all of his coaching at Marion back in the 50s and 60s, ended up with 301 career wins.
Marion will be off until they go to the Taylorville Holiday Classic. Right after Christmas, they'll be there starting on December 29th. And then they will continue through New Year's Eve, wrapping up play there on the 31st. Then they will be on the road to start the new year at Mount Vernon and at Robinson, another former stop of Coach Gillespie's. He's going to go to Robinson on January 10th, Marion's next home game. They won't be home again for what will feel like an eternity after the way this season started.
Yeah.
Their next home game is January 13th against Meridian. That is their only home game until January 30th when they will host Waltonville. So only 2 home games in the month of January. They will be also home to play Confluence Prep on February 7th. I believe there's a game not on here on the website that Marion has added at home against Paducah Tillman. I'll have to confirm that. And they'll also go to Effingham before the end of the season. They did pick up a couple more games. I think there is another home game in January that the website isn't showing that they picked up after some weather cancellations to start the year. But anywho, stay updated on the Marion Athletics Facebook page and Twitter. We'll have you continued coverage as well over on the Marion Star Facebook and in the print editions of our Marion Star newspaper. Thanks to William Bateman for his print coverage. Thanks to Sheila Burns for her ongoing photography. Thanks to Ross Swinford for all of his work on the graphics and behind the scenes on the controls. Thanks to my broadcast partner tonight, Bill Swinford, for getting us ready for this broadcast tonight. And thanks to everyone at home for watching. We had a huge turnout on our viewership tonight for this matchup between 2 undefeated teams. Ultimately won by Centralia as they go to 11-0. Marion falls to 7-1, 36-26 the final. Until next time, have a Merry Christmas. And on behalf of the Swinford Media Group, I'm Riley Swinford, signing off from Cuss Wilson Gym. Good night.
Thanks for watching this live stream of Marion High School athletics on the Wildcat Gameday. The action is brought to you by the Swinford Media Group and all of our sponsors. Watermark Auto Group, John A. Logan College, Black Diamond Family of Businesses, Illinois Army National Guard, Deaconess Illinois Medical Center, Binkley-Ross Funeral Home, Legence Bank, First Southern Bank, Bank of Herrin, Banterra Bank, Garner State Farm Insurance, Paul Jacobs for Senate, SouthernTrust Bank, Marion Plumbing, Austin Dickson, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, Anderson Boys Trash Service, The Roofing Guys, Anderson's Furniture, SIU Credit Union, Clark Natural Stone, Kemper CPA Group, Wit Wisdom, The Hub Recreation Center, The Print Shop, Blush and Ivory Bridal Boutique, Moreland, Bishop McDonald's,